other provisions of the law, as was enacted in 2017, still stands. But two areas that we have amended. The charge for every cow that is arrested have now changed. And also the 7 days period that we give to allow people to claim their cattle, and the charges thereof have also been amended. And we sat in the Executive Council, discussed this matter, and sent to the House of Assembly, and the House of Assembly agreed with us that for every cattle, instead of the 2,000 naira that the law prescribed for the owner of the cattle to pay, now, based on the national outlook of those who have enacted laws prohibiting open grazing, and what we feel that we should do, and the kind of pays that our livestock guard go through and other security agencies supporting them, and the kind of resources we spend to help them bring these cattle to quarantine centers. We sent to the House of Assembly, and the House of Assembly have approved that for every cow arrested by our livestock guard, the owners should pay the sum of 50,000 naira. Instead of the meager 2,000. Because they came here, sometimes 2,000 cows are arrested, and they come and say, how much? And then they just pay and go away. And for every cow that is arrested and kept in a quarantine center, if you don't collect it the same day, after paying 50,000 naira, you will pay an additional 20,000 naira pay each cow. If you don't pay, and if you cannot pay within 7 days, the law permits us to auction such cow. And so, this is the amendment we have done. So, as from today, as I'm signing, that is the implication. 50,000 for those who their cattle are arrested, and also 20,000 if they are kept there, depending on how many days. If they are kept there for 7 days, it's 140,000 that you pay. If they are kept there for 1 day, you pay 20. If for 2 days, you pay 40,000. In addition to the 50,000 mandatory fee that you're going to pay. All this we are doing is meant to tell the Fulanese or Hausa or Yoruba or any person who is doing open grazing in Benue State that it is wrong. So this is where we are. You all know the history of the prohibition of open grazing and provision for ranching law. It came as a child of necessity. Our people were being killed. Our people were being maimed. Our children and women were being raped. Our villages were destroyed. The ancestral homes of our people that we represent were being destroyed. And I was sent packing. And today, as I talk to you, we have over 1.5 million people who cannot access their ancestral homes. We try to mediate, we try to work with even the invaders, terrorists, criminals, who are not even Nigerians. They come from Niger, from Senegal, from Cameroon, from Mali, from Chad, and from other parts of Mauritania, Libya. They came here. If they have come to sought permission to stay with us, we wouldn't have said no. But they came and they said that they don't need us. We must not be there. They will take over. It is their land. After destroying Libya, after destroying Mauritania, after destroying Chad, after destroying Mali, after destroying Niger, and then you come into Nigeria where we are and take over. That's why we say no. All this thing about open grazing is a camouflage to take over our land. And I met with the stakeholders and they said, no, Your Excellency, you have to do something. It was open. All stakeholders met with me. And what I did it on behalf of the people. That was when they decided to look for ways of trying to frustrate and intimidate and blackmail and malign me and vilify me. And they went to the extent of attempting to impeach me as governor of the state using 8 members of the assembly. But because the voice of the people is the voice of God, because I was working with the people, they were not able to do it. And I'm very proud and happy that I was not tempted to withdraw from the mandate that the people gave me to ensure that the law is in place, and today we have a law. And I'm not intimidated. You die once. It is only a fool that dies 20 times before his actual death. And I'm not one of them. I'm not a fool. Because if you hear about my checkered life experience from where I'm coming and where I am today, and what I've been doing for not just our country, but for Middle Belt, and for our country, Nigeria, and for Benue State, you will know that this man is not a fool. Despite his checkered life experience. So I remain committed to the service of the people, because my primary responsibility is to the people that elected me. I was not elected by Abuja or anywhere. So nobody in Abuja have right over me. It is the people here. And when they came to remove me as governor, the people of Benue State stood with me. So I remain committed. And I want to assure you and the people of Benue State that I remain committed to you, and no power will take me away.